Welcome back. I am continuing this series I'm doing on the four main pillars that are collapsing around the globe. Go watch the first videos. You're not going to understand it if you don't. I mean, you might understand portions of it, but I go into all of this. I'm not going to go into this in this video. But the four main pillars that are collapsing are Western medicine, banking and finance, political structures, education, the glue that holds us all together to cause us to believe that we have to participate in it is law enforcement, religion, media, Hollywood. I go into some of these in other videos, so go watch those. Today, in this video, I'm covering a little bit more about political structures. So political structures were created to control us. It's low-level management, and I'm sharing all this because I don't know I've never been political. And now I know why, but because I'm learning why I never really felt drawn to it, but I never even watched the news. Even growing up, it was on in my house. But anyway, I'm channeling a group of cosmic beings that are sharing this with me, and it helps to illuminate why all this is going on and what's really happening. So, political structures, our politicians are low-level management. Everything is scripted. Everything. If you make it into a position of control, it's because the people above you in this global pyramid, the people at the very top, the global CEOs that we'll never know probably who they are, there's a handful of people. There's all these levels of management, and political people are low level. They're literally told what to say to give us the illusion that there's people that have our best interests in mind. I think by now we realize that they don't, right? But everything is scripted. And there are no real sides, like they give us the illusion of choice here, right? Red versus blue, Republican versus Democrat. They give us the illusion of control. But really, what's really happening is when they've showed me, I should have drawn this, but my art isn't the best. What they showed me is that above the blue and the red, and this is just for America, but this is happening all over the globe, okay? This is how it works everywhere. All of our leaders, all of our country leaders and down report up to other people. They're told what's happening. There is a long game in mind here, people. It doesn't matter, we'll speak for America, it doesn't matter if it's red or blue who's in charge. They're all told what to do. Anybody who's in that seat of control was allowed to be there. If they push too much, if they get in and they start learning truths of things and they truly have a heart to serve the people, something will happen to them. They're not elected back. They die. they resign, right? It's kind of ran like Hollywood, which I cover in a lot of my videos. I cover what Hollywood's really about, right? So political structures were created to give us the illusion that we have a choice. We don't have a choice when it comes to politics. Now, caveat my guides are saying is we do have a choice. We can remove our attention from believing this stuff is real and realizing that they created this to control us. So we have a choice to disconnect, but we don't really have a choice, whether it's red or blue. If the person that you voted for makes it in office, just understand that it doesn't matter if they're in or the other person who ran, they have the same script coming down to them, okay? It's what these people who are truly running the globe want to happen will happen. Doesn't matter who's in charge in politics. Those are low levels. Those are low level managers, guys, and they don't have any say. Okay, go check out the videos I did on Biden and the global collapse. I talked about this a little bit there. So it's the politics will also pull our attention away from what's really real, which is our own life and loving each other and accepting each other. That's where the media comes into. I'll get into that next video probably. It pulls our attention away from things that matter, which is creating a life that we love. Enjoy. If we watch the news or we're watching the presidential debates or we're watching anything or giving our attention to politics, it's literally going in a black hole because it doesn't matter who's in charge in the political chair. They're being told what to say above them. And those people are low-level management too, right? It goes, this is a well-oiled machine, guys, that's running everything, okay? So when people get into office, what they've shown me is the people who are in the positions of the most power, so maybe not your city mayors, but they have very, very little control as well. Maybe not, maybe at the lower level, but the higher levels over states, over countries, there's like, if you were to, you can find this stuff online, but if you were to do some research, you'd find that their salary is X, but they made $5 million last year. Maybe their salary is 120,000. They made $5 million. Where is that coming from? What they're saying to me is that people get into positions of power, false power, only by design, because they can be manipulated. They can receive bribes, right? They don't have any say in what's really happening. They're just chattering a script that they were given. It doesn't matter what side they're on. They're going to get the same script. It might sound a little different to make it sound like they're speaking from their red or blue side, but there is a long game in mind that like whoever's in charge right now, it's just one piece of a longer puzzle that whoever comes in next is just going to pick up the baton and keep going. They literally have no say. Okay. So, my guides are saying, be very, very discerning about where you're giving your attention. And more than that, your emotion. If you're getting upset about who's in charge of the country or the state, you don't understand that, it's sucking your energy and your emotion, and you're feeding the system, and you're impacting your own life by allowing it to hijack your emotions and turn it into anger or fear or hate. That's what they want. That's exactly what they want. So they put stuff out there to create emotion and for us to continue turning on each other. And the joke here is that it doesn't matter who's in charge anyways. They're going to do whatever they want to do, whether it's red or blue in charge. I'm talking from a high-level country-ran perspective, right? So we have to stop hating each other. We have to stop hating people with different belief systems, because we've all been hijacked. All of our minds have been hijacked to believe that this stuff is real and it matters. It's not. They made this to control us, and we don't have a say. We're given the illusion that we do. And the last thing I have here is that there's long game. These people who are in office, doesn't matter again which country, right? There's a long game in mind. There's already a plan and a blueprint created by these people. And then they delegate to this low-level pyramid management, and all these systems hold this up, and we're feeding into it. We're allowing these people to stay in charge by participating in these things and believing that they're real. There is a long game in mind, 50, 100, 200, 400 years. I mean, this stuff has been going on for thousands of years, and it just might look different than it did 1,000 years ago. It might look different than it did 2,000 years ago, because they manipulate and change the systems depending on the times and depending on what's going to hijack our minds the most, which is why Hollywood was created most recently in this 100-year span, because religion started failing. There's a long game in mind, guys, and these people that are sitting in chairs of control are just players in the game. They have no control. There are people that get into positions of power that really want to make change. They can't. They might get thrown a bone, or maybe you'll get a new sidewalk in your city. Oh, maybe we'll, right? It's penance. It's just little breadcrumbs making us think that things that they're supporting, right? When you look at all the information and when you do your research, you'll see that nothing is for our best interest. It's all about this. So understand, this is what's really happening. This system of control, these pillars that are holding it all up, we have to decide if we consent in this anymore. And you can choose not to consent. Now, I understand this might be triggering for some people, especially the religion video that I did, because when something you believed for a long time, especially since childhood, is threatened, it makes you start thinking what else isn't true, and then is my reality even my reality? And I know that's really scary, guys. And also there's cognitive dissonance. Go Google cognitive dissonance and see what that is. That's what we all until we wake up to what's really happening on the globe. We have cognitive dissonance. We're allowing ourselves not to see. We're choosing not to see. If you're triggered and there's fear coming about this stuff, it's okay. Be patient, love yourself, and allow the universe, if you're ready for the truth, allow the universe, set the intention and say, I'm ready for truth to come in. I'm here to share with you what my guides want me to share to help with that process. So drop your comments below and questions. Would love to channel more. Well, everything I share here is channeled from a cosmic group of beings that are here to support us on our human journey and really help with the awakening so we can stop the madness. Don't forget you chose to be here. I'll go into that in other videos. Well, everything I share is channeled. I have to say this is for fun and entertainment. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.